Hi there. I am back doing some more commentating, and this is going to be Geelong Chess Club, which is an Australian-based club, hence why this is at 11 in the morning, against Chess Donuts, which is KCL B. And our lineup is Stephanie Gu, who usually can't play because she's back at home in China, and time zone doesn't work for her. But in the morning she can play, strong player. Hubert, who's the captain, on board 2, and Faraz. And then Andre on board 4, and on our bottom board is Jan, the drafts player. So, it'll be an interesting game, and yeah, kicking off in about 8 seconds. The opponents look quite a weird mix of strength. Like Hubert's opponent is 2,000 rated blitz, and some of them are about 1,000. But it'll be interesting. So let's bring up some games. That one. Ooh, let's get rid of that. That one. That one, that one, that one. And that's it. Okay, so on board 1 we have Stephanie, or Sitting, she's affectionately known. Well, actually that's her real name. And she's playing an open Sicilian, and she just beat me in a Najdorf, so that bodes well. Although I won't let her get away with that, it was an odds match, but still. She's playing against Jack Smith GCC, who is similar rating to her. Stephanie's usually around 1800, but she's been a bit busy with work recently and dropped down. So it should be a good match. So we have an open Sicilian here, and we have exactly a Najdorf. Let's see what she goes for. See if it's the same thing. So here I played e5, knight b3, bishop e6, and all that sort of stuff. Let's see what her opponent goes for. So then we have Hubert, who has played, I guess, a Scandinavian, would be my guess. Yeah, we have a Scandinavian, which I suppose I should have realised because that's what he usually goes for. Except Hubert's opponent doesn't go for the usual. So yeah, Hubert goes for knight f6, which I know nothing about, but I presume the critical response is c4. Anyway, we'll see how this game progresses. Queen d7 doesn't make much sense to me, but then I suppose why would it? Because this queen is blocked in on these light squares. Maybe he just wants to castle queenside by force, and then start a kingside attack. Although that looks a bit scary because white has already played c3. Oh no, he castles kingside. Yeah, this looks slightly incongruous to me, but obviously it's fine and solid, so let's see what happens. Faraz has a sort of like Sicilian poisoned pawn, like a Najdorf poisoned pawn where a6 hasn't been inserted, well, nor bishop f4 or f4, but it's just open Sicilian, and he's taken a pawn on b2. My guess would be that I actually have no idea what's going on here. My initial instinct is I quite like black, but that's because I like playing the Sicilian as black, so I'm a bit biased. I don't play these structures as white. What happens after this? The point is you win this with check, and then win this one. So black would get 2 pieces for the rook, which is not great. Andre looks kind of like Benko, where or Benoni, a Benko maybe, where actually no, that's, I'm not sure actually what's going on here. Maybe let's have a look. Yeah, he wants the Benoni. It's sort of a Benko-like structure. Oh, that's a nice tactic. So Andre immediately wins 2 pieces for the rook, and I think is just, I mean, completely winning here. He's up a pawn and 2 pieces for the rook, and his pieces are more active, so I think he will wrap this one up. Very nice. Jan, who is very quickly improved. As you can see, his blitz rating is already in the 1300s. He's been up towards 1400, having not played chess for very long at all. He's playing the white side of a, I guess this was a Tarash, would be my, yeah, this was a Tarash, which looks pretty standard at the moment. I suppose, what would I play as white? maybe just a3 takes, and claiming that even if you take here, then like pieces are active and these are hanging pawns are a bit stronger than say if they were on c4 and d4 because they're protecting each other. They're protecting each other here. But there's a lot of play to go here. Oh, the engine's on. Let's turn the engine off on these. But yeah, actually the engine there suggested a3, which looks natural because also in some lines, if black does take and black doesn't take here, then what white can do is he has two c pawns where he can attack the centre and disrupt everything. And yes, you'll end up with an isolated pawn, but it's quite a dynamic position, and black hasn't castled yet. Okay, let's go back to Stephanie, who has played. She's done for a kingside castles here, which is not really normal with a. Well, it's not unnormal, but it's not critical. The best word against the Najdorf. I guess also this knight retreat here makes more sense because with this move you get out of the way, you help control the queenside, some of the queenside play a bit, and then this is a standard place to retreat your knight in these structures. But this was also quite popular. It's a bit fashionable these days because the idea was that after this, and then here, that you can actually plant a piece on d5 rather than having to take with a pawn. Anyway, she goes for this, which is very solid. I'm sure she has a tiny little advantage. The engine's still on. Yeah, I guess maybe just a3 here, stopping b4. You can also consider ideas. I don't know if it works here because this might happen. But you can also consider ideas of coming into here at some date, followed by f4. Although she's played rook e1. Again, rook e1 is not a move that makes too much sense to me because I think your only real chance of play here is pushing f4 at some point. You can also plant a knight in, and you're going to take. And the point is, even if you go for like knight d2 into e4, saying a square's been opened up, black has a very easy f5 in these structures. Whereas if white castles queenside, f5 is a bit harder to play because you're weakening your king side when you've got all these pawns coming at you. Whereas in this structure, f5 is a lot more desirable. So I think her only chance of play is actually f4, and thus I would have left my rook on f1 and maybe tried for this first. But here, this is absolutely fine. Anyway, let's pick out a game. Let's go to Hubert, who had the Scandinavian, and his position, my first instinct, let's turn that off. It looks pretty bad. His opponent is up a pawn, if I can count. Yeah, up a pawn. And, I mean, this sack looks really strong, because you're going to attack the knight, and you're going to win this pawn. I mean, this is also fine because after takes, you're threatening this. But I mean, let's just calculate this for a second. So you go takes, you have to take, queen takes, maybe knight back. But then if you get knight back, then you leave this square. You're no longer defending this square with the bishop and you're getting mated. Yeah, that looked really strong. But I'm sure he still has it in this position, perhaps. Yeah, so importantly, Hubert doesn't take, saying that if you want to get your knight to g5, you're going to have to put it there yourself. I'm not going to help you. And yeah, he could wriggle out of this. His material-wise, he's only down a pawn. It's just if he can survive this initiative. Anyway, let's go to... Oh, my face is covered. Faraz's game, who... Oh, he's completely winning. He's winning the queen, isn't he? That's a really nice little queen trap, look. So the queen is attacked by the bishop here. Can't take the knight because it's protected twice. Can't go here because of this. Can't go here because of this. Can't go here because of this. And can't take the pawn because of this. The queen is trapped. Fantastic. Let's see how he managed that. Oh, the engine's on again. Yeah, so we have this strange... That's very nice. Because in fact, you know what he's done here? Is he's set this up. The only reason to play rook b1 is to set this up, because this knight's already defended twice. So Faraz predicted that his opponent would go a6, and then he traps the queen. Really nice, very instructive. And his opponent might just resign here, but he could also carry on, because Faraz is also up on time. Look at that. It's a complete crushing. And Andre is, as the engine tells us, accidentally, is winning completely. He's up, I mean, he has a queen, a bishop, and a knight for a rook. That's about as crushing as it gets. You could sack the queen for a pawn here, and you'd still be winning. That's how good this is. Yeah, and this looks even worse, because now you're given this square. I mean, not that it even really matters. You're given this square, it's going to be check, and then you can just worm your queen. And yeah, that's exactly what Andre goes. Well, let's see if he pulls this off, because it'd be nice to watch him mate his opponent, because this, you can't stop your opponent getting to square. And even if you play back here and you play here, and then you take, then this is going to be mate. There's just nothing you can do about it. Yeah, so now check. And then if his opponent, okay, he goes for this first, but that's also good. I mean, it's the same idea, because you're trying to, yeah, maybe, don't want to take here, because of the, I mean, you're winning regardless, right? But just for the quickest mate, because then you get the rook across to defend this. So maybe just play your knight here. Here, this is what I really, okay, so he does take. Queen here. Yeah, knight there first, but now this. I mean, obviously he's losing, so. I mean, you can just sack that. Just play queen somewhere. Play queen here. That's a double attack, actually, and that just wins. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Okay. Andre's going to wrap that up. Mr. Greenacre, Jan Gronendijk. My ability to say Dutch names is really lacking. He had this Tarrasch, and it all looks pretty standard, except the thing is, this is quite a good Tarrasch for black, because unless there's something immediate here, like this, which looks really strong. Okay, I might just be winning. But anyway, in general, if that wasn't a tactic, the point is white has this isolated pawn, which he often does in the Tarrasch, but white usually gets really dynamic play from it. And here is quite an effective blockade, and you're going to get this without any problem, and then here, and if this knight had stayed here, and you push g6 instead, I'd have liked black's position, because you bring a piece on d5, means... Okay, so he's going to take. But I think this just won, right? Maybe. Here. Oh, okay, you can just take, and it's... That was really stupid. I thought you can just then take here and you undermine the defender of this piece. But actually that's really stupid, because this pawn is pinned. So good thing I'm not playing this game. So yeah, Jan probably does the better thing. Takes there. And now... I suppose here, and you're going to claim that, okay, I have the isolated pawn, etc. Oh, but then you just actually intermezzo here. Yeah, but now this... Yeah, this looks bad for Jan. I think somewhere he let the initiative go. Let's try and find where. Yeah, I think maybe taking here is not great. It's one of these kind of truisms in chess. I mentioned this last time, actually, that if there's pawn tension, or even piece tension, it's very rarely a good idea to be the person to break that tension unless there's an immediate tactic or something relating to it. So here he releases the tension, which means he gets this blockading knight. And after takes, which he kind of has to do, he gets his other knight onto this square. So this is permanently blockaded, and you've traded pieces. And generally when you have the isolated pawn is a real weakness in the end game, and so you don't really want to trade pieces, whereas in the middle game it can be quite a dynamic piece with pushing, and you open up this square, and you have open lines, right? But as soon as you get to an end game, let's say like rook versus rook, then you can just try and win that pawn. So anyway, yeah, so he lost all those potential, and here, now here his opponent took there, which is also fine, but I think it was cleaner maybe just to, because now, yeah, because if if your opponent takes here and you go here and takes and then rook across, Jan's pieces are a lot less dynamic. Whereas here, yes, he's down 2 pawns, but his pieces are dynamic and he's got chances. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's get back to Stephanie, who has I'm going to say a worse position, like slightly less advantageous, because this is a good example of the strength of a central pawn, unlike Jan's, which is a weakness. And that this pawn controls some really important squares. You have some nice jumps. Yeah, this is kind of all you want, because, I mean, this isn't always true, but generally, if you're black and a Sicilian and you can get away with playing d5 and you don't lose tactically, then you're probably just better, because that's your only real problem. Otherwise, your pieces are perfectly placed. It's all very harmonious, but your backwards d6 pawn A blocks in your bishop and it ties down your pieces to its defense. So if you can push d5, you're generally better, and that's exactly what's happened here. That black's pieces are just more dynamic. I mean, here I think you just go back here and you claim you've got the file. You can maybe even think about pushing this and making this a weakness after trades, etc. Although actually pushing, you drop this. So another common move in these structures is actually to play bishop d4, and then after trades, then you can claim that this is a very weak pawn. It's a backwards pawn, and you can also, reroute your knight to this kind of thing. Using the strength of this pawn. But saying all this, I'm sure objectively it's only like minus 0.2. It's pretty equal. Let's just say I'm still here. So yeah, lot to play here, and Stephanie is up on time, which is a good thing. So Hubert, what happened in the first game? Hubert got mated, and did that sack happen? Wait, that wasn't where it was. Not quite, but yeah, this is crushing. He just missed that this. I mean, this was already very bad, but he just missed that this pawn was being attacked, and that's a mate in 2. Instead, maybe this holds on for a bit longer. Wouldn't come into this square. Then you can maybe try and trade, and but you're a lot worse there. Okay, never mind. So Hubert lost that, but he started his next game, and he has some sort of King's Indian, which looks immediately nice for white. I mean, I always trust white in these positions, just going to push. And then after knight jumps in, you can trade, or you can just drop your bishop back and say this knight's offsides with, so that this knight is not going to be in a good spot, because you're going to help white push b4, and black's probably going to push a5, but then you can just go a3 and b4, and you can't stop it. So yeah, interesting position, and plenty of play. What's the actual overall score? We missed any other games? No. Oh, this game's obviously, we've missed lots of games. So Faraz won. Let's just check out how he won in the end. Where did we get to? Yeah, we saw the queen trap, so yeah, this was all nice technique. Yeah, that's a nice move. Here he takes, and then the point is that you can't take here because this is pinned. Then after takes here, this bishop, that rook hangs. It's a very sharp tactical game. I mean, yes, it was sharp in one way, but Faraz is clearly thinking very sharply, because some really nice play there. Okay, and in his second game, where is he? Here, he has a okay. Ooh, this could be so many things. Let's have a look how it started. E4, C4. Okay, we have a Smith-Morra with C4. Wow. This is already really odd. I mean, in this position, normally you're just, as white, quite happy to trade queens and claim that black can't castle. You're just going to develop quickly and castle queenside with check. You know, this is just better for white, but instead goes bishop c4, insisting that he sacrifices a pawn. My question is, I guess this just gives too much play, right? But I know you want to sack this pawn, but if I was white, I would just take now, because, or at least take when this is not hanging, because you get a centre, you get the d4 and e4 pawns versus the d6 and e6 pawns, and it's very hard to play because as soon as you push one of them, you're going to push the other one like this, or if you push there, then you're going to push this, and you sort of get this unassailable centre because black no longer has a c pawn with which to attack it. Okay, but anyway, he sort of eventually goes with after, okay, so he has to take. Yeah, this all looks pretty standard. My question again is, so he has to take here because otherwise, before he couldn't play this, which is very tempting because he's pinned. So he castles, get out the pin, and Faraz takes a knight, takes there, and now he is just winning a pawn. Oh, Faraz is black. That's a shame. Faraz is black. I thought Faraz was white. Okay, never mind. So Faraz is actually down a pawn, but playing very quickly. So he's clearly quite confident. I guess you're going to play this and this and try and win back this pawn. And claim that potentially, if you win back this pawn and then you push this pawn, this bishop's going to be really strong on this diagonal, and you can set up, these kind of things. Okay, now this is. I wouldn't be surprised if this is very much in drawing territory, but obviously Faraz is worse. So Andre won his first game. Of course, this was this game. We don't even need to see the end of that. That was the game where he was up the whole house. And in this game, he is worse because it looks like he's getting an attack, but actually this is a very solid structure because this queen is fianchettoed, but not only does that mean it has quite a nice diagonal here, but it also means, unlike a bishop, it can defend laterally like this. So actually, this is not a threat. And so I don't see any way that white gets an attack here. And in fact, I think black's getting to the files first. So black's just better here. What happened in that game? He got back rank mated. Let's go to the end here. Yeah, so this already looks questionable when you go, grabbing pawns over here, and this looks a little bit shaky, and black's very active. So, but you never know, maybe it's holdable. Yeah, and I don't like, this obviously just loses on the spot, but I also don't like this move in general terms because suddenly you're opening yourself up to back rank issues that you never had before, because before you had the pawn, you had the square on f2. So I think maybe just pushing h3, getting rid of any issues, because although this is a pin, first of all it's protected twice, and second of all it's actually very hard to attack it again, because to keep this queen on the diagonal and get this rook down here is quite difficult. You have to play something like this and then this, but that's all very long-winded, and in the meantime you can just, come back and defend. Even actually if you play this first, you can just take, and then here you can go. First of all, it's not a threat, but that's going to be fine for whites one way or another. But instead, he just blunders this mistake, which is a checkmate. Very nice. Okay. But in his next game, he is on the black side of a King's Indian. Maybe because he's Pablo's friend, and Pablo loves the King's Indian. But I say King's Indian, actually, sorry, it's a Pitts, because... So, that's Stim. He's got the F pawn, which is the Austrian attack, rather than the C pawn here. You can even go for the 4 pawns attack here, like this. Well, not like this. You have to play bishop d3 first. Never mind. So we have this, and h3 looks very slow to me. I know white wants to put his bishop here, but white is also quite content with playing this bishop here and this sort of thing, undermining the structure. If white ever goes for this, you just move the knight back don't take, because after takes, and this structure here is very hard to attack because you don't have your d6 pawn anymore, and this bishop is blocked. And you don't want to push f6 because then you open up ideas on this diagonal. So yeah, if you ever pushes here, which means that obviously black can attack on this wing like this, right? Like this. But yeah, so I think h3 is a bit slow, and I wouldn't be surprised if black is just kind of fine-ish here already. Maybe this is a line I don't know something about, but I think in general, oh, what have I done? I think in general, you want to play knight here, just bishop here or here, not, and then castle, or play maybe here and castle queenside. But I think h3 is a bit slow, and let's see if Sir Greenacre works this one out. So, oh, this is a good one to stick with. So, sitting Stephanie is in a equal rook end game where if anyone has an advantage, it's black, but no one. It's a dead draw just because this rook is more active. This rook's attacking his pawn, whereas this rook's defending his pawn. These pawns is just quite a nice structure because you can bring your king in, and even after some checks, you can always come in here. It's important that if this pawn was here, I would give no pull to black at all, because you could have check, check, and then if you ever come here, and you go up here, and then here, then you'd win this pawn. But because this pawn is here, that means black can always hide here, like this, from the check, winning this pawn. Okay, but instead we have this, and I mean, like, it's fine, but I don't see the point in damaging your pawn structure like this. Like, maybe here you should play this. Just your chance to, you know, get rid of your isolated pawn and trade it for one of these. And then if maybe the best move is king up, and then you just trade, and then the point is you have one pawn versus one pawn, or one pawn versus one pawn. Whereas here it's 2 versus 2, but these pawns are a little bit stronger than these pawns. But anyway, we have this, which is also still completely fine. I mean, there's no way any progress is being made here. So now we have the one pawn versus one pawn. Yeah, I mean, surely they're going to agree to a draw. The only thing is the opponent's down on time, but there's a 5-second increment, so he's actually going to play this, but he's going to try and go for this pawn, but that's basically impossible to do because, I mean, you can't come here because of the rook, so you've got to come up here and then here, but in that circumstance, you can just, as soon as this king is not in contact with this rook, you can afford to go here, because otherwise at the moment if you went here you get this, and it's a little bit messier because this rook, you get a tempo because this rook is being attacked. But okay, she does go for this, so you're going to take here, and then you're going to claim that you're going to rush over and you're going to win this pawn. But I mean, this is a draw. Like, let's see what's the best way. But you have to be careful. You do have to be careful. You can't trade rooks because black wins the king and pawn in game. I guess the best move would be, yeah, rook away, still defending this, and then just follow the king in. So after, okay, so here, 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 or yeah, same idea. But this is going to be, yeah, so black wins the pawn here, but this is still a draw. But this is going to have to show some good technique, so let's watch what happens here. So yeah, so you're going to go, I think you have to just follow the king in. I don't like this, because now you get this with tempo, and your king is cut off. Yeah, it's really important here to bring the king in first, because when the king is cut off, I think I'm right in saying this, when the king is cut off with one square in between, it's a draw, but with two, if what I mean by cut off is like, say here, and this king can't cross this path. With two, yeah, this looks bad. Here, I would say this looked quite good. Okay, let's just watch this now. Here, got to play there. Got to keep this king as close as possible. A really easy draw here would be if white's king was here. Obviously not because the rook's there, but you know, behind the pawn, and then you can just check from behind as soon as the pawn hits the third rank. If it was black's move here, it would be easier. Oh, this. No, this. This was really nice. Play here. Takes, takes, and then you win this pawn. She moves away, which, I mean, this is still a draw, but this is going to take some technique to draw now, but this was just an instant draw, right? Play it back. Try for the same thing again. Or just play here, and then if blocks, you can trade. Yeah, there, there. Come on. Although I don't think black will go for, yeah, black won't go for the repetition. Eek. This is kind of nerve-wracking. I guess you just move your rook away. And then after this, then you bring your rook up here. Yeah, or here. We're going to stick with this game. Yeah, bring this here. Don't play here because then you get this check and that's lost. So play here. I'm sorry I'm sticking with just this game. This is very interesting and there's time pressure, so it's still the first game of Stephanie's. Yeah, go on, play here. I don't think there's any other move really. Here. And then check. Oh, then there's check. That's nasty. Then there and there. But then here. 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 Rook away. Oof. Oh god, I have no idea what's going on now. My rook endgame should be better, but you can't go here because of this for a start. No. Oh, but here, and then the pawn's pinned. you hang on for a bit, and then here. Yeah, this is lost. Very instructive moment back here, though. I mean, it may have been drawn in other positions. These are really complicated, but here, just go here, and you remove the defender of the rook. So you go here, takes, takes, boom, draw. Okay, but that's a loss. What's the overall score now? So we see Andre pick up another crushing win. And how did that end? Andre's game. Let's find it. Ah, so this is the game that he was worse in, where I said he didn't have an attack, right? But somehow he managed to create something out of nothing here. Yeah, so he moved this queen. This looks a bit shaky. Oh my goodness. He just dropped a queen. I was going to say that this is a draw, but it looks a bit shaky because this queen's not really defending these squares anymore, and this knight and queen combination, if you can imagine the knight getting in here, and the queen in here, and then pushing, that sort of thing. But he just drops a whole queen. I mean, it's not even a queen for like a knight. It's just a whole queen. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this was an easy conversion. Well done, Andre. Pounced on his opponent's mistake. Have I missed any other results? Oh, we've just had Hubert lose. Oh, we've already had that one. Okay, I'm losing track of what we've seen and what we haven't. So let's have a look at Faraz, who is in another equal. This is the sort of weird Smith-Morris situation, which is kind of, yeah. So this is nice because remember I said that he has chances to draw here. Well, actually, he just gives up this pawn immediately, just gets rid of it. And yes, he can take back, but the point is he opens his bishop, which is the main point of this move. Goes here. Oh, so he finds a way of keeping the pawn. That's nice. I didn't see that. The question here, though, is maybe this was better. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just a... Okay, anyway. He goes for this. And here, I mean... Okay, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this is just a... Just a draw. Well done. He activated his pieces, and yeah, this will easily be a draw. I mean, he's up on time, and there's nothing going on here. Good job. Very nice. Well done for us. Okay. So Greenacre is just, yeah. I mean, I would have just, I mean, this is cleaner, right? Because then you have to take back because you're threatening mate here. But anyway, yeah, he goes for this now, and this rook across. Note that you can't play this rook across because then you play takes with check, and after takes back, you're losing, but you don't take advantage of this pin. So I would say this rook or this is also fine. Oh, this is really nice because actually you can't defend the rook and mate at the same time. So say you go here, and you're going to take, check, mate. Excellent. Yeah, so you just take. And so Greenacre is going to wrap up a win. Excellent result. Hubert is really down on time, but really up on material. This is tense. Let's watch this. So we have, yeah, this King's Indian, where what happened in the end? So that knight never came into. Yeah, I don't like playing b4 before there's a target here because black can respond immediately with a5. And if you take, then you damage your pawn structure. Basically, either way, knight's coming into this square. If white were castled, then you could play a3, but here you can't because after a3 takes, and this rook hangs. But, oh, his opponent just drops a full rook. Wow, okay. He has the exchange for it, but this is pretty bad, right? And why doesn't he take the material? What am I missing? Oh, because he has a really nice queen trap. Look at that. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so he had a really nice queen trap, so you can't take material. And Hubert is winning, but these pawns are really scary. This, no, that doesn't work because you can take here. Here, no, sorry, here. Eek, this is scaring me. Here, then I guess here. Takes, and these pawns can't advance. Oh no, this pawn can because this is now defended. Yeah, this is scary and very hard to defend low on time. Here, I think works. Yeah, now you've got to sack the exchange, but no, because this is hanging as well. Oh no, the whole house falls. Oh boy. Oh, but here, play. No, don't play there, because then they don't defend this square. Okay, what you've got to do is quickly bring your queen back and go for cheapos. This doesn't make much sense to me because this queen's now even further from getting back, and this knight drops. Yeah. Yeah, I think knight here activated, or maybe, yeah. Okay, that's the end of that. But this is a very complicated. Here takes. Okay, this all makes sense. Maybe. Yeah, I guess rook. Let's put the engine on and see what the engine says. This is a classic engine kind of. Oh, is black really better? That's crazy. That shows there is a saying in chess that two connected pawns on the 3rd or 6th rank are worth a rook, or even sometimes better than a rook. Because actually, in this position, you can take everything off the board except the rook and the kings, and these pawns, and black's actually winning because this rook can't stop these pawns by itself. Because if you go here, then you push this, and you take, and then here. Anyway, so where did white go wrong? Somewhere here, so he's winning. F takes G, yeah, nice. Knight d4, yeah. Ooh, that was a mistake, but that's, I mean, it's a complicated game, I have to say. But yeah, I guess you give black these pawns. If you take here, the point is you take here, and you get these passed pawns. Instead, the engine wanted knight c6 now. So knight c6, queen f6, bishop d4. Ah, okay, but that's complicated. Okay, but that makes some sort of sense because the point is that you're going to get counterplay against this king first. Okay, anyway, unlucky Hubert. You're winning and your opponent played well. Faraz drew, and that's, yeah. So we have the overall score is, oh my goodness, it's 4.5, 4.5, and it is Stephanie. Oh my god, okay, this is tense. So Stephanie, it's 4.5, 4.5, and it's all down to this game. We have a Scotch Gambit, something I know absolutely nothing about. My question is, as someone who knows nothing, that like, isn't this move really strong? Oops. Maybe just here and then takes. Oh, yeah, maybe that's the reason. Okay. Okay, it looks like you've quelled some initiative here, and you're going to have this. What I would have liked, actually, is to play this first, because if you play this and move later, like now, then you have this move. So, anyway, it doesn't really matter, and this position looks pretty equal. I mean, this is sort of a classic kind of opening advantage for white, like a little bit of pressure because these pawns are a little bit nervous. Like this bishop's actually doing quite a great job here. This rook, you can never push here because this pawn becomes really weak. And Stephanie lashes out. Now normally I would say this is bad because like it just doesn't look right to me. But in this situation, the king is in the center, and black has a light square bishop that white does not, and so it's actually quite easy to defend these light squares, which you've now weakened. Black pushes e5, just for viewers' pleasure in this tense game. Let's put the engine evaluation on because I'm probably going to miss something. Yeah, it's what I said, the kind of slight advantage. Yeah, like a little opening advantage for white, but not much. I mean, yeah, to make it completely equal, you have to bishop c4, which is not the easiest to find. The bishop c4, yeah, you stop. Actually, maybe this is sharper than I thought it was, because after bishop c4, the point is you can't take this pawn, and white has a strong initiative, but white can't castle, because this is strong. So will she find bishop c4? Otherwise, I guess you just want to move out the pin. Like, my instinct is here, yeah. Because then you defend this bishop, but apparently there's something wrong with this. But this looks quite human, because after takes, and this bishop's defended. So I like this. I know the white, the engine gives knight d4. Yeah, I mean, that's strong. But again, like, it doesn't look winning. Like, you've got this. Yeah, I think Stephanie's position is fine here. I'm going to argue with the engine. Maybe there's something concrete and crazy, but yeah, because after knight d4, you have this, you win a tempo, white can't castle, you can take back here. I'm probably missing something really obvious, but yeah. I like it. This knight's a bit offside. Oh, the point, that was really dim. The point is after this, that this knight hangs. Ah, so you don't have this, yeah. Okay. You have to play bishop f7 to defend. And then, yeah, then things look a bit crumbly. Yeah, because you can play e6, because you can't take, because takes, well, it's defended twice, but also you lose connection with this knight, you're losing the house, you have to play bishop e8, I guess, or bishop g6, I don't know which is better. Okay. But if you don't find knight d4, then maybe you just, well, you can't castle, because then that does lose. Ah, he finds knight d4. Okay, this is tense. This is the game. Stephanie, having not played chess since March, she plays, no, queen takes, no. To be fair, I made exactly the same blunder as well at first, but this is really tragic. What are people saying? No. Okay, right, she's got some coming back to do here. She finds the move. I mean, you're going to have to just play for tricks. So you're going to take advantage of this king in the centre. So there are some chances here. Some chances. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play that just because, yeah, like you're opening up this bishop. I guess you're also opening up some lines. I don't know. Maybe you go here afterwards, and after takes, you get some ideas like this. Yeah, let's calculate this. So bishop takes e5. I want to play here. Yeah, then takes. Takes. Just got to be careful about these sort of things. That doesn't work yet. So yeah, bishop takes, bishop f6, bishop takes, rook takes. Why doesn't? What's wrong with this? Let's put this on the board. See what it says. Yeah, to me this makes like the most sense. Oh, she does play this. This is what I was like. Yeah, this makes the most sense to me because the point is you're unclogging this e file which the king is on, and it's your best chance because like the engine might find some line where you like win a pawn for the piece or something, but you go to an end game and the engine likes it because the evaluation is slightly better, but it's not actually giving you a chance. Whereas here, and if you don't take, you get this. So yeah, I like this. There's chances. There's genuine chances here. And the engine's always going to find, you know what, we're going to turn the engine off because we don't like the engine in these positions. It's too strong. If I was white and I knew that this game was the one which was going to decide the match, I would be nervous. I would be nervous, to be honest. I'd be more nervous than Stephanie because Stephanie, you've got nothing to lose here. You can just try and attack. You can play quickly and put pressure on. Why? What was going on? Wait, what? Oh, she didn't play f6. Wait, what? Okay, she didn't play f6. She played c5, which is probably also fine, but I just like this. Sorry, I put bishop f6 on the board. I was very confused. I don't know how chess.com works. I'm a technophobe. But she played c5, and I guess that's not bad because you've got to go back. But here, like, then you're blocking this file again, and you're opening this rook. Yeah, I bet it likes 92. Yeah. Yeah, this sort of gets rid of your attack a bit. And then you can castle, and yeah. Yeah, I think bishop f6 looks sort of the most tricky at the very least. But he's spending time thinking. Spending time thinking. Let's just make sure that definitely was the final. Yeah, it's 4.5, 4.5. Tense stuff. We had a Hubert lost 2-0. Faraz 1.5 to a half. Andre won 2-0, and Jan and his opponent played one game each. Oh, she plays back. He plays back there. That's so much worse because this knight's out the game, and it doesn't. And now you never have this knight retreat blocking his file. Please, like bishop f6 now, or like what else looks good? Let's turn the engine off. Oh, but before we do, it really likes f4. Why does it like f4? Ah, it likes f4, so you can follow up with this move, and you don't have f4. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. But anything other than f4 is losing. Okay, I'm not turning the engine off. This is too exciting. I'm too lazy to calculate all of this. But f4, this looks really tempting, giving up this. Well, it doesn't give up the pawn. What's wrong with this? f4. You can't take it because of this. So f4, g5, trying to undermine the defender of this pawn. This pawn, this bishop. Oh, my battery's about to run out. Yeah, okay. f4, b5. What What's wrong with it? Am I being really blind? Am I being stupid? What? It wants king f2. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, if it wants king f2, then I stand by my g5 suggestion. Because, I mean, come on, who's going to find king f2? That's a bit crazy. I mean, yeah, it makes some sort of sense, like, but, you know, with 2 minutes, are you really going to play that when this file's getting opened? So what other options are there? Do this or this or this. Okay, so she's trying to threaten this pawn, but I don't like this because this isn't pinned anymore. Like, I think you want to like build lots of tension and give your opponent a lot to calculate when they're low on time and under pressure, because here it's like a one move threat. You're threatening this pawn, so now you're going to defend it by going here or here maybe. Or this. Maybe this followed by this even. The other move you want to try and get in is you like, if you can somehow dislodge this queen from this guy, let's say he goes for this, then this is really strong. I mean, that's very nearly mate. But it's extremely strong nonetheless. It's actually a move they might play because they're trying to threaten mate. Oh, in fact, they might play that because they play this, defending this pawn, threatening mate, and then you get boom, check. And you only have this square because if you push this, then this drops. So he plays king f2. Yeah, this looks safe now because you're getting your rook across. Okay, I like that. It wants to play bishop f7, and I guess so that you can play this, right? You move the queen from a square that attacks. If you just play quickly, go on, play quickly, put him under pressure. Because you're losing. So you might as well play sharp chess, play quickly, let him get low on time, and hope he makes a mistake under pressure. Even things like, again, like one move threats, maybe not. You want to keep in white's mind that black has this at some point, and you never know when. Maybe something like this, again, like threatening both of these things. That's like something else for white to calculate. But I like bishop f7. I know that's an engine move, but that's nice because the queen goes... Yeah. Then there's a trade. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I think you just got to push here now because you're not getting this attack. Yeah, push here and then you get this square maybe. Not sure what it does, but maybe you win this pawn with check. Like, stuff happens. Stuff happens. Oh, gosh. Why am I so tired? Yeah, I like this. I like this. Ah, the knight engine one. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that just definitely wins on the spot. Ouch. Okay. But will he find this low on time? That's the thing. He's low on time here. So you might not even look for this. Your board vision might not be there. You might think, oh, I've got to get rid of this knight somewhere. You might go here, and then you have this, and it's starting to look really toasty. Not sure if that's the right word, but I wanted to say toasty. Oh, he finds it. He's playing very well. Yeah, he's quite strong. I mean, surely this is your only move, unless I'm going insane. Play it. Quickly. Go on. There, takes. Maybe that's a problem. No, but then there. Trades. Here. Yeah, I mean, you go into an endgame piece down, but you have this one. Yeah, the knight now gets this square, which I'm sure you will find as well. What happens if you play takes? Because there, you're still threatening the knight, and you're threatening this pawn. Maybe that's a better idea, actually. Yeah, so takes, and then this. I like that. Yeah, take here, maybe. No, because now you get this, and like that whole thing crumbles. Eek. Here. I mean, you have to try that, surely, yeah? Let's do something. King G3? What? That's extremely strong. Why did he King G3? And the engine likes it. Oh, because it just drops the rook. No, it doesn't drop the rook because of this. That's so much more natural, but King G3 anyway. Okay, fair play. And playing very strongly here. Low on time, I'm impressed. The engine likes rook HE1. Queen G6 also looks pretty lights out. Yeah. This, I guess, because this looks lost somehow, like here. Eek. Actually, maybe that doesn't work. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like this. Bring this rook into the game. Yeah, I mean, this is losing. He's low on time. Come on. Rook takes. Rook takes. Rook takes. Rook takes. You win 2 pieces. Go on, take. Take. Just don't take with the bishop because then you get mated. I guess his idea is rook takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Here. Yeah. Oh, this is quite nice because then you get this. Then you get check. That's really strong. Who plays knight e6 here? What? Like, who does that? Knight e6 after playing knight c7. I mean, fair play, but okay. Wow. I mean, normally, surely you just like. I mean, even this is quite natural. Okay, fair enough. Well played. Dusky, you came up against Stephanie. You came up against a strong opponent there. That happens. Yeah, well played to Geelong Chess Club online, who beat Chess Donuts 5.5, 4.5. Some great games, and yeah, thanks a lot. And until next time, bye for now.